It looks like we're live. So, the subject today, this is day 4. What's your story? And by that, I mean, what's your message? If you are going to be putting up live videos, recorded videos, whether it's Facebook Live or YouTube, you have to have a message. You have a story to tell. And on day 1, we talked about all the technology will be in place to support the story. And you don't need a lot of technology. It can be a cell phone, and that's what I'm using right here. So what is your story? And I think, there's really 3 questions you have to ask yourself before you sit down and put a video up like this. First question is, what's your message? What's your story? The second question is, who is your audience? Who are you trying to appeal to? Who do you want to tell your story to? And then the third question is, why should they care? And you really want to pay attention to that, because I have a quick story, and I don't actually remember who I'm talking about. This was when Facebook Live went live, when it just started. There's a friend of mine that would, every night, he would go live on Facebook. And whether I was in front of Facebook or just having my phone with me, I would get a notification that he was going live. And he would do air guitar every night. And he's like somebody from the car business, looked to be, in his 40s. And it's like, okay, why do I care? And I didn't care. And I reached out to him and I said, hey, I'm not going to unfriend you, but I'm going to unfollow you, because that was the only option back then, was to turn off the notifications. You had to unfollow the person. And that's what I did. I wasn't angry. It just, I didn't want to get the notifications about something that I could care less about. So there was nothing in it for me. And I think that's the 3 things that you have to ask yourself before you begin to put up, again, Facebook Live or YouTube, any sort of a message. Is there anything in it for the audience? I think that's the key. A lot of my friends on Facebook are in the car business, and if you're going to do a walk-around video or a video about your dealership, you have to look at it from the customer's perspective. What is in it for them? And it's not about you, it's about the customer. I think that's the challenge. If you're just going live to chat, well, that's one thing. If you are putting forth a marketing message, anytime you're marketing to potential customers, you want to figure out what is going to be the customer's motivation to follow through with you. And the last thing you want to do is alienate potential customers by putting up bullshit. And hopefully this isn't going to be bullshit, or hopefully you're not considering it to be bullshit. you're going to have to let me know if it is or not. So, I think this is going to be a recurring theme that I want to pay attention to. If I'm going to take up any of your time, I want to make sure that it's something that gives you, something that you can take away. On day one, we talked about just the premise behind this. Day three was really personal stuff, and I think it was well received, and thank you all for taking some time to reach out to me, and I really appreciate that. Tomorrow, on day one, we talked about, I said that technology is here to drive and support the story. Tomorrow, the technology is actually going to be the story. I think, I hope. Later tonight, I'm going to be working on a next level technology to do a better job with my videos. So that's tomorrow's story. That's the subject tomorrow, and so Chris K. Leslie had a couple of questions about the technology that I use to make a video, whether it's in my car or at home, and I'm upping the level of technology, hopefully, because it's entirely possible that everything's going to go sideways. I just don't know. So we'll find out tomorrow. Today, it's all about me, my story, and you and your story. And I think I would love to hear from you guys. What story do you want to tell? What message do you want to convey to your customers? Is there a reason why a customer or a potential customer should invest any time in watching you talking about your product, or just anything? Is there anything in it for your potential audience and customers? So that's it. Short, sweet, and again, Kirshner, you will probably appreciate the fact that I pulled off, and I did notice that Matt Koenig did make a video yesterday, and he pulled off to the side of the road, and I vow to you, Jeff Kirshner, never to be driving, at least not on a highway, and making a video at the same time. That's today's video. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you.